Hey guys, it's JQ Crafty. Welcome back. It is a Redefine Creative Design Team Day. I have a layout for you, which I'm going to use a technique that I saw Christina do in one of her lives back in January. I'm kind of using masking and stamping, which is going to be super fun. And this is like a triple threat. And I'm going to be using the sketch for day 27 for Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, which I showed you right at the beginning. And I'm actually going to be, I'm participating, doing fun things in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club today, or this weekend, and I am going to do Sarah's challenge, Sarah's Scraps challenge, which I thought was perfect. So I've got this single photo of my son and my niece playing together at Thanksgiving. It's just kind of a random photo. I'm fine with it. I grabbed some random supplies to kind of make this happen because there's parts of the challenge that I have to fill. So I found stuff that kind of would make that possible. I wasn't sure completely what I want to do with my title. So I did grab these Cocoa Vanilla Studio die cut titles. This was from, I don't remember which collection this one's from, but it says Happiness. It's not from Daydream. I'm not sure which one. I think I got these extra because I have the boys one, so I don't remember. These might be from Bohemian Dreams or maybe even the older one. But anyway, I got those die cut titles. I've got these Simple Stories and Best Year Ever, last year's collection. I've got words in there I can maybe use. I've got these Jelly Bean Soup letters and titles that I could use. And then I'm going to play with the rest of the Best Year Ever products. So let's get started. All right, so I'm starting off. So I cut a circle out of a random piece of scrap paper. And I did draw down some very faint pencil lines just to find the center of the page. And then after that, I don't really care. And it clearly goes crooked. But I kind of altered the background to make it not look as crooked in my eyeballs, at least. So I start by using that template to create some circles out of ink, and dummy me, so I used mustard seed first, and then I thought, all right, I'm going to switch brushes and use Kitsch Flamingo. Well, the ink on the template is still wet, so the yellow bleeds into it. So I end up getting like a peachy pink color. It turns out I like it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I really wanted Kitsch Flamingo, but it's fine. But after that, I do the second pink one, and I realize, yeah, this is not going to work. So then I'm going to trace a bunch of circles and just do my best to do circles without the template, so I won't get the crisp line, which whatever. And then I do go back into those ones that I did do with the template, and I kind of smush them around a little so they don't look so crisp. They definitely look a little more crisp than the other ones, but it fixes a little. I really wanted the crisp lines, but in hindsight, I should have had either a Mylar template, which I have one. Now that I'm saying this, I have one. Why did I not use that? Anywho, I have one. But this is me showing you how you can do this without having those stencils or whatever. You just cut a circle out. So there's the rest of my colors. I also used Festive Berries and Speckled Egg. And I really like the way that turned out. It's a little wonky, like the bottom ones are a little closer than the top ones, but yeah. So now I'm just going to splatter on each circle the same color. So then that's going to oxidize a little bit those circles, and it's going to add some splatters of the same color. Just a little tiny. It's nothing like super prevalent, but it's there. And so after this, though, I feel like it goes a little wonky for colors. Let's just say it didn't turn out the way I thought it would in my head. And maybe I should have picked a different ink color. I should have maybe done tone-on-tone stamping. I'm not sure. But I like it. It's a page done in my page. Like I think a bunch of us have talked. Like, I'm never going to redo a page. And it's not that I hate it. I'm like, there's something about it. I don't know. But here's where I'm going to fix my little wonkiness. So I found this random scrap paper. I have no idea where this is from. There's no branding strip. It's definitely like thin, either Michael's or probably Michael's, because I shopped at Michael's mostly back in the day. It's been in my stash forever, but the stripes on it are like perfect colors for what's going on. And so I am going to just mat the entire thing. I cut it all wonky, and I'm roughing it up with my scissors because I can't find my distress tool. I seriously have no idea. I've had the thing, it's been put in its place time and time again, and now for the last 3 weeks I haven't been able to find it. So I think I threw it away. That's all I can think of, is maybe I accidentally threw it away. So I need a new one. Scissors are working okay. I have to just be very careful because I'm not gentle and I rip like pattern paper. I rip it really bad. Okay, so then I let all that dry because I wanted it to set because I used my template and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to accidentally bleed more yellow into all the things. So I'm going to use the template and stamp some patterns on some of the circles and then some word phrases on some of the circles using these LA Studio stamps. Now this is actually a Christmas stamp set. I use the stars. It's like 2 rows of stars and I'm just doing generation stamping, just stamping random. And then the template makes it stay in that circle, which is really fun. And then what's even more fun is the fact that the circles ended up getting messy, but then the circles stamped is kind of more crisp in there. So I'm going to do circles and then I'm going to do this stripe. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of different phrases. I'm going to be scrapbooking that picture of my son and my niece. So just some fun. Like I think one of them is family fun. One is something about being my favorite. Just some fun phrases that come in this other LA Studio stamp. And it's like one of my favorite ones to just stamp some random little phrases here and there. I just keep it on my desk instead of putting it away with my stamps. I don't have a lot of space on my desk to keep all my stamps out, so the ones that I can use the most are the most utilizing. So this is where I think maybe it might have gone a little wonky because I'm using black and I feel like maybe the black stands out a little too much. I'm not sure. But I do pull black in. I mat the photo in black and I'm going to do part of a black title, but then I pull a navy when it's not anywhere else. So yeah, I think that's where so this collection, I should have just went into my stash more, but honestly, I was being lazy. I was like, well, what I have and what I've been using for the 30 Days of Sketches has always just been, I've been picking a different collection and I have successfully used a separate collection or separate like grouping of things for every sketch this month, which is crazy. And I think I don't even use 1, 2, 3. There's like 4 or 5 mini kit collections I have that I don't even touch. So that's crazy to me. So I have too much stuff is what that's telling me. Well, and that's of the ones I know. And then I have all these mini kits that I'm trying to work through for Product Focus Friday. But anywho. So I'm just going to continue doing generation stamping of all these little phrases on all the circles. And then those will be all done. So now it's time to get that photo on and kind of finish the embellishing. So there's kind of like a cluster on the top of the photo to the left and then a cluster kind of above the title and then 2 banners. I like the 2 banner idea for sure. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to map my photo on black and then I end up choosing like a yellow goldy paper that's polka dot and a rainbow paper. Or it's not really rainbow, but it's multicolored stripe that are in the collections. And it turns out to be like all the colors that I have are of my circles. Plus it brings in green, plus it brings in orange, which my pink ended up being kind of a peachy. So I think it goes, but I think that's also where it's like, okay, now I have introduced some random colors. It just looks a little mishmashed. Maybe is that the word? I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think. But I feel like I've done a similar sketch. It might have even been this sketch. And I've done similar things doing circles. But I did, I think, paint. I painted circles. And I think it was... So I like this sketch, this style of sketch. There's so many ways you can do it. So that, I think it's super fun. There's so many ways you can do this very simple sketch. So I'm trying to figure out what I want for my title. I have no idea. And I decided to do my November fave because this was Thanksgiving. Yeah, these colors have nothing to do with Thanksgiving. But this was Thanksgiving. And then I journal about how James, my son, is just so patient with his cousin for being the age he was, which was only 5, and she was only like 1.5. He's so patient with her. He's not patient any other way, but so patient. Like, he would look at us and be like, she's destroying my stuff again. And we're like, I know, you're doing a good job. And he wouldn't yell at her. He wouldn't get mad. He just would know. He like was so understanding, which is crazy. He's lost some of that understanding now that she's a toddler and she's crazy and she has so much energy. She even wears him out, which is so funny because he used to be the kid that was like, dude, can you take a nap? But it's so much fun seeing them play together and they still love each other. Like, they still love to play together. So, okay, cat. There's a cat trying to get my attention while I'm trying to do this voiceover. So I'm just tucking some things. I found this tag that says, I'm so very thankful, and it's got pumpkins. So I was like, okay, that'll at least bring a nod to the fact that it is Thanksgiving. And then I do put a little winter hat and the winter mittens because they had just been outside playing. So, and I know this is going to be with some other paper or pages that are going to talk about that. So it's all going to be together. So maybe that's also why it looks kind of wonky, because it's kind of out of context. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. And I do a sunshine and clouds and the hearts up on the top, and then I'm going to get some flowers out of the sticker book. But other than that, I'm going to journal, about what I was talking about on the left there on that, it's technically a tag. It just doesn't have a traditional tag. And then I'm going to put Thanksgiving together on the one banner, the yellow one, in the phrase stickers, if I have not done that already. And yeah, that is it. So yeah, this will go in an album next to some other photos of them together and sledding and Thanksgiving and snuggling, and all those pictures are like crazy, like colored too so far. The other pages I think that I have that are with it. So yeah, there you have it. So that's all I got. So thanks again, you guys, for watching. Make sure you go check out Christina's lives on a Redefined Creative page. I will have that link down below, and check out everybody else who's doing 30 days of sketches. I know this one's a day late but I really wanted to do this challenge with it and that technique with this sketch. So it worked out good for me, and I'm okay that I'm a little late on 30 days of sketches, but here's a close-up. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.